Hi, welcome to Board Game Opinions. My name is Jonathan Hicks.
I'm Steve Rain.
I'm Mark Windle.
I'm Amy Worsley.
And this is TableTalk, where we debate hotly contested topics within the board gaming industry. And today's topic is, do apps count as board games? Now, we need to be specific here. We don't just mean sort of apps that you can play on your phone just for fun, like computer games. What we mean is app implementations of board games. We also, I think, don't mean games that use apps, like One Night Ultimate Werewolf uses an app.
Yeah.
We mean specifically playing a board game on an app.
That's been converted from an original game to an app.
Yeah.
And they're often converted very well, and they're very similar to the actual games. In fact, they're almost identical. You can play Catan, Carcassonne, Ticket to Ride, Through the Ages. Is why we brought this up. Can Mark put Through the Ages on his top 30? If you haven't seen it yet, go and have a look.
Yeah.
But basically, put it on there, and Jonathan went, can you do that? You don't play that in real life. You don't play that in real life anymore. So Mark thinks it's validated, and Jonathan doesn't. Why don't you?
Yeah, because you put it on this and you said, like with a caveat, that you won't actually play the game in real life anymore, will you?
I will play it in real life, but it's a lot easier to play it on an iPad, and it goes in a quarter of the time, which is the biggest issue with
it's definitely much
Through the
faster. Yeah.
So your preference is to play it on the app.
I thought you said that you were like, at this point, I don't want to play it anymore in real life.
I think it was that. I'll play it, but you'd have to be very specifically set up to play it because it's a 4-hour game.
Oh yeah.
And it's a 4-hour game where a lot of the time I'm waiting for people to deal and move cards, and it's a 4-hour game with relatively low interaction till the end of the game. So I don't notice any difference between me doing it on an iPad or me doing it with 3 other people sat on the table.
Head down the whole time.
Yeah, because of the nature of that game.
Does it matter, playing devil's advocate here, if you're playing against human players or not? Do you think playing against human players makes it more
I think it makes it more of a board game because the social element, the direct social element, is still sort of there. I can still meet up with somebody afterwards and say, "Oh, you really got me at patchwork there." But if it's an AI or someone I don't know, I think it's less of a board game.
Because you play Terra Mystica online,
I used to, yeah.
with people you've never met before.
Yeah, but they're real people.
They are real
Russian
people.
railroads.
But that
stuff like that, yeah.
That feels like a computer game to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I know it's a board game implementation, but you're sat at a computer playing, even if you're playing against real people.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Postal Chess a board game?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah. There are boards
You're
on
playing
both
chess
sides.
against someone and your opponent's not in the room with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I would probably argue that is a board
But
game.
playing online chess isn't, apparently.
But there's no
There's
postal
difference.
game industry, is there?
But it's a turn-based
There's a
game.
computer game.
I can log on, play my turn, and log off.
Yeah.
And I play a very long game. I'm not sitting there playing it in real time. That's one of the benefits. You're playing a very long game, a very complicated game where you can think ahead.
Yeah, okay.
And you can do it very well in a turn-based way. So turn-based games are great for playing online.
Yep.
But yeah, so Postal Chess is, according to your definition, not a board game. But I think it is. Obviously,
maybe.
it's where you can draw the line, isn't it?
Yeah. Perhaps my issue is that because if you're saying that if Through the Ages, if there wasn't an app, that it wouldn't be in your top 30. Is that right?
That is true. In fact, because it wasn't in the previous year, and
But the app listed it.
the app makes me want to play Through the Ages, and I feel like I can play. It works for me in that state because it's very low on player interaction. On the other hand, I'm quite happy also to say something like Carcassonne. I'm happy to play on an app, but because that works perfectly fine in pass and play, which is the same game but pass and play.
That's what I was about to bring up.
But I don't like something like Carcassonne played over the internet because I feel like I'm losing something there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's a multiplayer game that requires, then pass and play is fine.
Zero
But if
works
it's-
the same way.
but
It's
if
a
it's-
pass and play, so it's so much more interactive.
But if it's a low interaction game, I don't care if I'm playing against AI.
See, I think for some people, and it's probably true for me, the reason they play board games is that interaction with other people. You're actually getting together with people, you can chat over the game and things like that.
Which is why I prefer pass and plays, and I would count them more so as board games.
So would you count Pass and Play as a board game?
Muddy in the water.
No,
Patchwork's an amazing pass and play game.
it honestly is.
Yeah.
But having played a lot of computer games over the years, even computer games online with other people, even like wearing headsets and talking to other people, it just doesn't feel the same as being around a table with people.
Yeah.
And I think for people who want that, but then you're right, the pass and play.
But then
kind
if
of
we're
gives you that,
sat here with a game of patchwork, or if we're sat here playing patchwork but still on the phone on the same table with the same essential components.
I know what it is. It's cardboard bits. That's
we
what
love
you
cardboard.
need.
So clearly, I had a discussion with someone who isn't really into gaming. Clearly, I said, "Is an app a board game?" And they went, "No, it doesn't have a board." So, but their
But not
definition
all
of board
board
game.
games
I said,
have
well, what
boards.
about Magic the Gathering? Is that an board game? He goes, no, it doesn't have a board.
Oh,
He was like, well,
gosh.
yes,
It's
okay,
a card
fine.
game,
Is
fine.
it?
They
So our
do,
board
yeah.
game umbrella covers
It does
a
cover
lot
ours,
more
yeah.
than what other people. So
Yeah.
with our wider version, so you say you need people to be playing with. You need people in the room with you.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. So
Solo
you can play
games,
games against solo, can't you?
Yeah.
That's true. And I've spent a lot of time playing Arkham Horror and Mage Knight over the years. I set this huge beast of a game up because it
Solo
doesn't,
games.
I suppose for the same
Yeah.
reason, you don't have to wait for other people to take the turns. You can just keep taking turns.
And what
taking
if they
turns.
made an app of Mage Knight, so you didn't have to do all the setup?
Oh, that would be...
Because you definitely you
But
play,
now he's telling Luke.
Is that now a board
you
game?
playing Mage Knight solo.
Yeah.
It is a board game. You're definitely
Well,
playing a board game.
It is
There's
a
no,
board
there's no
game.
doubt.
You
about
can
it.
play Mage Knight in 45 minutes to an hour and get the full experience, and you don't have to set it up and put it away.
Right, yes. It was WizKids, wasn't it? Right, WizKids.
Yeah.
You need to get the app, get that going.
So it's definitely subjective and it's caused a lot of debate. But if
Well, there
we,
are some games that are completely solo, like board games. I think it would bother me if I had an app version of that, because my point, I've bought that as a single-player board game.
Yeah.
Specifically, I have a couple of them, and I sit down and I play my single-player board game, and I enjoy it on my own. And I feel like that would be taken away from me if I wasn't on my dining room table, and if I was on the bus on my phone. I don't feel like that would be a board game anymore.
Should we have final answers then?
final answers, yeah.
So go on then.
I think an app is a board game.
I'm going to say no.
I don't think it is.
Definitely. Is.
All right. Well, let us know. What do you think? Which side would you fall down on? Do let us know below in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you can. That helps us enormously. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.